Me looking at literally anything on the internet right now. Is this AI generated? Shows back then. 24 episodes per season. Shows now. 5 episodes per season. Listening to favorite music. I should tell my family about music I like. Who in the world can listen to something like this? Never again. Tech companies pre-AI bubble pop. Tech companies post-AI bubble pop. Early humans. Let's paint a mammoth on the cave walls. Modern artists. Sticks banana on the wall with duct tape. Unold. Wishing for a normal field trip. Ms. Frizzle. That typical kind of situation little siblings get in when you don't watch them for 86,400 seconds per day. When I'm in a rage bait competition and my opponent is a healthcare insurance customer service associate. How bro looks at you after something funny happens during a serious situation. Boomers watching new gen without a house, family, and a car. Gen Z or millennials who have just gone through 4 global disasters in a quarter of a decade. When you took a cold shower in summer feeling invincible, but then you take one in winter and the water is actually cold. Casually reading a book. Realizing you have been reading with your eyes instead of your brain, so you have to restart. Mom, don't touch the scissors. 6-year-old me, later that day. What answer you'll get? Any answer other than 17 is wrong, and your education system failed you. When I was 5, the chef at Benihana kept tossing shrimp in my mouth, and I threw up on the table, and it cooked my throw up. Did the chef at least turn it into a heart? No, they took me and my dad into a room away from everyone and gave me ice cream, while probably apologizing to my dad, who I distinctly remember saying to the chef, cool it with the shrimp, pal. A kid at my school has a panini maker, so he sells paninis to other students and everyone called him the Panini Man. But the campus police people shut him down because it's not legal to sell food if it's not a bake sale or whatever. So now he's the paper towel man, and he sells paper towels, but with each paper towel purchase, you get a free panini. Modern problems require modern solutions. Babe, what's the problem? Nothing. Okay then. See, that's the problem. My mental health. My advice to others. You in town? Me, yeah, but the package wasn't delivered. Can you send proof? My favorite part in Pretty Woman is her joy when he agrees to pay $3,000 for 6 days, effectively lowering her rate from $100 per hour to $21 per hour. Me, why am I always so broke? Amazon, your dog's wig has been delivered. Unicorn. Heavy salt unicorn. High speed submersible unicorn. She was close to giving up, but she couldn't have seen what would happen next. Nothing, because she ain't doing shit. This is me. I'm sorry, but you're not my type. Everyone help me find this guy at the football game. I want to go on a date with him. Why I like hanging out with guys more than girls. I was with a group of guys last night, and instead of talking about other people and gossiping, we had an hour-long conversation about how, if someone rear-ends your car, and you shut yourself, you get paid twice the amount of money. My brain, just sleep 20 more minutes. My brain, how about 30 minutes? My brain, just skip work today. My brain, just quit your job. What are these called? Let me see how country you are. Floating tent sleeps 4 and offers a cool new way to die while camping. We call my grandpa Cheese, and I just found out why. Mom says I'm the reason everyone calls you Cheese. Is that true? Yep, I wanted to be called G, short for grandpa. But when you were little, you thought G and cheese were the same word. You just started yelling cheese every time you saw me. Oh my god, that's actually really cute. Yeah, real cute. I fought in Vietnam. Saw unspeakable horrors. And for the last 30 years, everyone's called me Cheese. Giant kites could pull cargo ships across the ocean and slash their carbon emissions. 3,000 years ago. I need a baby name that sounds like the kid came from a rich family. Green vine snakes don't bite. They do better. They judge you. You'll think you're the shut up, me and bro. Only a few people will understand why I died laughing at this license plate. When she gorgeous with an amazing personality too. If Burger King says hi to me, I'll buy a burger right now. Hi Rodrigo. Don't forget to send a photo. Burger King. A picture of a planet 5 billion kilometers away. Bank security cameras. If you're right-brained, you'll see a goat. If you're left-brained, you'll see a mouse. He's probably thinking about other women. Him, who the hell is taking pictures of me and my wife in bed? Dodgeball is a tool of oppression used to dehumanize others, researchers argue. Whoever wrote this probably got picked last every time. First year of depression. 10th year of depression. Naming new folder. Memories. Civic. 92-year-old woman climbs 2-meter high gate to escape nursing home in China. If she can climb a gate that high at 92, she don't need to be in there. My girl told me her car wasn't driving smooth. Did you know there are more airplanes in the ocean than submarines in the sky? We only accept cash. Help us with tax evasion. 8-year-old's haircuts now. My haircut when I was 8. He's probably thinking about riding his bicycle. Him. My apartment's ginkgo tree realized it was November and panicked. So I lost an 8th grade presidential selection 5 years ago, and my friend just found the guy who beat me on Tinder. University of Delaware. 6 miles away. UD 22 computer science or linguistics. Still proud of the time I became class president, just to beat someone I found mildly annoying. Get wrecked Meghan. People who are late are often happier than those who have to wait for them. You can only take one dog home. Watches the Food Network once. I made a pureed nut spread with a great relish reduction paired with brioche bun. Now this is a service I can get behind. For $250 an hour, I will pose as a couples therapist and convince your loved one they are wrong about everything. People who exercise a lot get knee injuries from overdoing it. People who only exercise occasionally get knee injuries from being unprepared for the exertion. People who don't exercise get knee injuries from being out of shape. Maybe knees just snag. A girl keeps sending my local news station screenshots of the landscape from Red Dead Redemption 2 for their out and about news segment, and they keep putting it on the news thinking it's a photo. Bella, I salute you. 1945, after the dropping of an atomic bomb. 2011, after an earthquake and a tsunami. What the duck is that arch made of? Police, there's no one else that can help us but you. Detective who's been retired for 10 years. Honestly, as a kid, I thought quicksand was going to be a lot bigger problem for me than it ended up being. Old West saloon owner, make it so the floorboards don't creak when regular patrons walk in, but do creak when a mysterious stranger walks in. Carpenter, what? You could leave $1,000 with me and I won't take nothing, but you leave like 20 chicken nuggets with me, you gon' come back to like 17 or 18 of them, thanks. There were 2 types of people in 1996. PlayStation. Nintendo. I have to stay alive until 2042 to see Nickelodeon time capsule open. No offense, but if someone's excited about something and you make them feel stupid for being excited about it, you're the worst type of person. Don't care if it's £30 or £300. If you borrow money off someone, you give it back. Simple rule of how not to be a tramp. Where do hamsters actually live in the wild? Or were they just created in pets at home? Ever wonder why girls don't go to the bathroom alone? Well, can a girl please deny or confirm this? My niece wants to know if she donates her hair to Locks of Love and the recipient of her hair commits a crime and leaves hair at the crime scene, will her DNA be found all over the crime scene and thus incriminate her? She's 12. Nobody. Dudes while cooking. Tech bro just discovered hanging out. I've been thinking a lot about in real life podcasts. Bring a few friends together. No mics. Nothing is recorded. Have a free form discussion. can even have food and drinks. Has anyone tried this? Craig family was weak as duck. Me and my folks would have jumped the duck out Tadimo. This kid is keeping it real. When I'm 100 years old, I will be dead. I think I will look like this. When I'm given verbal instructions and I dissociate right on the most important part. Every middle-aged man posting a selfie. Me on my way to work thinking, if I always show up on time, never take any days off, and take on extra work that's not in my job description, one day the company will recognize and reward me for my efforts. The biodegradable burial pot turns your body into a tree. Plant a walnut tree on top of me so people can eat my nuts forever. The bank says I can't afford a $950 mortgage, so I pay $1,400 a month in rent instead. Me thinks boyfriend is mad because he's being very quiet. Me watcha thinking about him, about how bike tires are made. Ladies, we gotta stop worrying what boys are thinking, because 9 times out of 10 it's some dumb shit like this. When I'm enjoying my food and suddenly bite my lip. When he's got no job, no ambitions, and no future, but he's 6'3" and covered in tattoos. When you wake up before your friend at their house. Came home drunk last night and got way too excited to see my cat. Check on your friends with allergies. We are not okay. Throwback to the time when Jack Sparrow broke the laws of physics. Me, after saving money for months, I finally have enough to buy the PS5. My girlfriend. Valid reason to call out of work. Hey, I can't come into work today. I noticed a white hair on my dog, and I have to spend more time with her. If your website says call for price, I'd rather just never visit your site again. My Prince Charming coming to rescue me from the psych ward tower. I wish girls had something like the Xbox, but not Xbox, that we can play for 12 hours straight, and talk to each other on, and ignore the boys, and thrive in isolation together. Who the duck actually thinks oh I need a cup of delicious water? What stops someone from just strolling into any hotel in America at breakfast hours, and acting like they're supposed to be there, getting a free continental breakfast and leaving? Can't wait to fight one of these for access to clean drinking water. Me setting up my alarm. Okay, but what the duck going through Carlos's head? Carlos Garcia, goats are like mushrooms. If you shoot a duck, I'm scared of toasters. Daisy Garcia, you don't realize life hits you until it's running down your face. My dad believes the ultimate status symbol a person can have is the size of their TV. How big is the TV? A paltry 55 inches. Please don't be disappointed in me. Did you buy a magnifying glass too? Anything is a pillow, if you are tired enough. A few more months y'all. Came in for eggs and hash browns, left with a bulk guy and a new girlfriend. I don't remember what happened between 2:31 and 2:47 am, but the waitress said I held my own. How tall are you? 6'3". Why? Oh good. Yeah? How heavy are you? What are the numerical digits that appear on the scale when you proceed to apply your weight into it? Why does that matter? Why did my height matter? Double standards. My Saturday evening. A small favor. 12 hours of unpaid labor. My dad. If you're changing your life around, you say 180, not 360. What the duck? I did a complete 360 equals I'm back on my bullshit. Wife asked if I could stop singing Wonderwall. I said maybe. British people be like, I'm British. Is it cause they drank the tea? My son begged me for this stupid shark at the souvenir shop, then photobombed my pic. It's now my favorite pic from our visit to the Oregon coast. It's weird seeing baggy cargo pants everywhere because they are not being used for their primary purpose, concealing a Discman containing the album Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. You just had to be there. Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you, son. When you're fighting to stay awake, but losing the battle. If someone came to your wedding like this, would it upset you? Be honest. Took a taxi tonight, and the driver absolutely insisted on giving me the journey for free, as it was his last ever job before retirement, and tradition is they don't charge for their first ever and last ever journey. He began driving in 1965. Thank you, Mike. Best wishes. When a relationship ends, women, men, it looks the same, but it's not. I have to go home. I have so much stuff to do when I get home. My grandma tries to avoid her neighbor who has a crush on her. This is the exchange they just had. Tim, have you eaten dinner yet? I don't eat. There's a guy on TikTok who owns a company where you can complain about your boss anonymously and he goes to your work and cuss them out for you. Okay, but what's the account? If you're dating someone, is it compulsory you chat them every day? Not at all. Only once in a month, just to ask, are we still together? When you get in bed and forget to turn off the lights, there's gonna be pus everywhere, cause I'm only pulling threes. I'm pretty sure this license plate means exactly what I think it means. Sounds like something you'd say about a house that's definitely haunted, not haunted. My friend's kids, do you know what 67 means? Me, no. My friend's kids, you're so old. Me, do you know what 69 means? My friend's kids, no. Me, ducking loser. People really be grown and still using umbrellas? You supposed to become waterproof after you turn 18 or something? Me when I remember tomorrow is Monday again and I have to get up early. Mother of twins, gives birth to quadruplets. Me going to work if fuel prices keep rising. 8 Jot, the government used CGI to fake the moon landing. CGI in 1996. Some days I just want to reply emails with okay in this picture. You get paid $1 million a year to live here with unlimited drinks, but you have to live with your second at. I've never seen a single Star Wars movie, and I plan on keeping it that way simply because the reaction I get when telling someone I've never seen them is far more enjoyable than any movie I've ever seen. Lottery winner claims jackpot in Scream mask, so his relatives don't recognize him. Mildred is a legend. Now hiring. Close as a blind side. I'm going to steal the C. My grandson works at this location. Please, remove the C from the sign. September 2019. I love melons so much that I want to marry one. Unfortunately the law says we. You tried to hit me with all Coke taste the same. Nah homie, let me educate you. 1. McDonald's Coke. 2. Fountain Coke. 3. Canned Coke. 4. Glass Coke. 5. Bottled Coke. Annual reminder that one vanilla sweet cream cold brew from Starbucks a week is $252 a year, and over 10 years, $2,520, which is not enough to get anywhere near a down payment on a house even as prices cool. So if that splurge keeps you going when work makes you want to scream, you do you. When you say sorry I'm crazy, and he says that's okay, instead of no you're not. The crossover episode we didn't know we needed. The man responsible for $0.99 big cans. The man responsible for $1.50 Costco heat dog. One of the most jarring things about adulthood is the realization of how many truly incompetent people are in the most important jobs. When I was a kid, I just assumed everyone important was smart, or they wouldn't be important. Boy, was that ducking wrong. The vegetables you bought a month ago watching you get pizza rolls out of the refrigerator for the 4th day in a row. How do they even install these? I think they install them and then build the ocean around it. That makes the most sense I think. The devil works hard but this lady birthed 5 girls that had no actual real talent and then marketed them all into multi-millionaires. Legendary. Tim, I love waking up next to you and seeing your beautiful face. Me waking up when you catch a glimpse of yourself in the self-checkout camera. Girls will never understand the joy of the yellow pillow. Kids now complaining about waiting 5 seconds for Netflix to load, meanwhile we had to live through this. Once gas reaches $6, you gonna catch me in these bad boys. I'm not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you. Nobody. Me at 2 AM. I should deactivate all of my social media. Meghan Markle opening her inheritance from the Queen's will. $5. How are men so good at hiding all the stressful things going on in their lives? LMRO, we not even hiding it. It's just nobody gives a duck. Willem Dafoe learned that he had a distinctive face during a subway ride years ago. I heard one guy say, yeah, it's got to be him. Nobody looks like that mother ducker. That's when I knew. If you feel useless today, remember somebody is working as a lifeguard at the Olympics. How everyone over 40 looks when they read. A 99-year-old man divorced his 96-year-old wife after having been married for 77 years because he discovered an affair she had in the 1940s. She belonged to the nursing home. My wife found this bottle of Dawn dish soap sitting in my parents' shower. Apparently, my dad uses it to wash his entire body because if it's good enough for baby ducks, it's good enough for me. Absolute legend. When someone with no mutual friend tries to add you, who sent you?